culinary events taking place in Britain today.
To have every table full of chefs of this caliber, that's a big ask.
This is when our chefs are really pushed to the limit. You just cannot afford to get it wrong today.
On what is predicted to be the hottest day of the year, the finalists are on their way to Brown's Hotel in London's Mayfair. In just 4 hours, the chef's table service will begin. But for the first time, the event will be run as a restaurant service. Each finalist has had to design an exquisite main and dessert for the menu. The 30 guests will then decide what they want to order.
Doing our own menus for the best chefs in the country just mounts the pressure on today, really.
Really nerve-wracking, but hopefully it'll go really well and they'll really enjoy it.
My heart feels like it's about to come up my throat. It's beating very fast, but that's a good thing. Nerves show you care.
Because of the amount of work involved, they have each been given a commie chef to help them with their preparations.
Look forward to this.
But they'll be on their own when it comes to service.
Nice to meet you, I'm Steve.
Nice to meet you.
Right, today, start with the onions.
Yes.
Once they're done, let me know and I'll start getting them on the stove for the sauce.
Yes.
If you see anything you're not sure about, just ask. I'm not like a nasty.
There are 4 hours left for preparation, before service starts at 7 o'clock.
Today is extremely big for me. It's the perfect opportunity to actually showcase my food with these top names in our profession, so it's very important that I make a good impression.
Adam's main is based around octopus, piglet belly, squid, compressed lemon flavoured with bergamot, and crispy seaweed.
Adam has been very brave and bold in pushing the boat out. I can understand pork and squid works quite well, actually. Pork and octopus can work quite well. What's confusing to me is that he's not serving any vegetables with this dish. Just some oranges, some lemons, and some seaweed. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure how it's going to be received either. Poor, you are one brave or crazy chef.
Tell me about it.
If I didn't know you any better, and if I hadn't tasted any of your food previously, and took one look at your menu, I would throw it away and say, the guy's a lunatic.
But at the end of the day, what would Massimo do? He'd do crazy stuff as well, and he's the one who's actually got me out of my shell to go and do, not put crazy things that won't go together, but the thought process behind it, the usual things that go with it. Let's just, bring it back and actually think about the ingredients, and that's what I've done.
If you get this right, I tell you that they will be applauding you all the way back home, for sure. But I think it's a very, very fine line between getting it right and a car crash.
It'll be interesting. I think there'll be a lot of guessing games going on at this table tonight. Good luck, crack on.
But before he can focus on his main, his most pressing concern is getting his dessert underway. A chocolate mousse with a mint sorbet and a lemon sorbet, all of which need to be set in the blast chiller.
Do you smell all that mint now?
I do like the idea of chocolate and mint.
With lemon, I've got to try it. I've just got to try it more for curiosity's sake.
With the sorbet mix in the blast chiller, he makes a start on the chocolate mousse.
I'm running a little behind, not on everything, just on this chocolate. This has annoyed me a little bit.
I don't know if Adam has realised, but this kitchen is about 30 degrees. It is hot and humid. If he's going to attempt to do any chocolate work in here, it's going to be damn difficult.
Don't say that. If anyone can pull these flavours and techniques off, Adam can.
It's a chocolate mousse, which I'm going to put into shards. This is like a 24-hour job. Blast fee is a better word.
first couple of hours of prep that's going to be really key. Just getting everything ready, getting everything organised the way I want, and then hopefully service should go nice and smooth.
Scott's main is based around venison loin, tortellini, and a smoked consommé.
Scott is using venison and some truffle to make a crust. This truffle is going to make it more intense in colour by using the squid ink, which has me a little bit worried. If he uses too much, it's going to influence the flavour of this dish, and he doesn't want that. He just wants it just for the look.
Unusually, he's not serving a sauce, but he's making a consommé with all the trimmings. Interestingly, he's serving the consommé in a teapot filled with smoke. So there's going to be a lovely element of theatre. That's being a clever chef, and I think our chefs will appreciate that. How are you feeling about this evening?
Obviously, really nervous. Some fantastic chefs, and the amazing opportunity that we've got to cook from, and to work with you guys as well. You've only judged this, so the fact that you've run the past is really exciting for me as well. Really? Shouting it.
Let's wait until it starts, yeah? What are you hoping to have here that's going to impress our chefs tonight?
I think, well balanced, well seasoned, good cooking techniques, and a bit of personality. I hope they all see that today. Definitely put my heart and soul into it today.
Fantastic, Scott. Keep it going.
Thanks, chef.
Scott's dessert is a baked lemon custard with a lemon drizzle cake and white peaches.
All of that I can see working beautifully together. On a bright summer's day, that is the kind of refreshing dessert that you would sit down to and really adore.
Scott's commis chef is making the mixture for the lemon drizzle cake, while he gets to work on the smoked venison and beetroot consommé for his main. He begins by caramelizing the venison trimmings, and then separately frying off the beetroot, carrots and celery. He then transfers everything to a pressure cooker and adds chicken stock and herbs to build the layers of flavour.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. I think my legs are sweating. I don't think my legs have ever sweated really in the kitchens. But everything's going well though, so got 2 big jobs to get in the way and then I'll be really happy.
The consommé now needs to cook for 2 hours. So Scott moves on to the next big element of his main, the venison sausage filling for his tortellini.
Things looking pretty good at the moment. Very good. It'd be nice to get, as soon as I get this done, I think I'll be on the right track.
Almost 2 hours gone. Keep it going, guys. Come on.
They are halfway through prep. At 7 p.m, they will lose their commies and service will begin.
This is probably the most nerve-wracking day so far. My main worry is getting the prep exactly how I want it and ready for tonight's service.
Stephen's main is based around pork and artichokes.
These, just cut straight through, cut the top of them.
His commie starts prepping the veg, so he can focus on the 2 cuts of pork. The fillet needs to be wrapped in sage and parma ham and then cooked sous vide, before he can turn his attention to the rump.
Stephen is taking a rump of pork, a cheaper cut, slow cooking it in a salt crust. It should leave that pork really, really moist and tender. Bags of flavour, straightforward, good, honest cooking. That's got Stephen written all over the menu.
And he's going to serve that with a dressing made from pickled lemon. This sounds divine. I love the match of pork with some lemon, capers in there as well.
That dish to me sounds delicious. So is this going to impress our elite list of guests today?
Chefs love pork, and I think the rump of pork will catch their eye because the salt bake really keeps it tender, gets the flavour in there because pork and salt love each other.
Just hearing you talk about the salt crust pork, I mean, yeah, I'm licking my lips. You don't seem nervous in the slightest bit.
I think I'm like, is it a swan on the water? I'm very nervous. About timings, about getting things right, so...
Well, you're not showing it. I'll tell you what, you look as if you're in total control.
At the moment, I'm in control, but I will let you know when things start slipping away.
We don't want to know.
No? Okay.
No.
Are we done?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Crack on.
With the clock ticking, Stephen finishes prepping the pork and now can begin work on his complicated dessert.
Stephen's dessert is a take on toffee apple, and we all love a toffee apple. And he's got popcorn there, dipped in caramel. He's also got a parfait going with that.
The parfait is made by roasting apples and adding them to sugar syrup, egg yolks and cream.
Oh, I like the sounds of Stephen's dessert. He likes to play with his presentation now, Stephen, so you will see something quite artistic from him. He's putting his parfait in a cone, he's got a twirl going around the top of that. It's going to be a fun-looking dessert.
Pipe it in, put this in the freezer, you get like a witch's hat parfait. You want to try a little bit?
Stephen is also making an apple sorbet to go with it. Like Adam, the success of his dessert relies on all the main elements setting in time.
At the moment, things are going to schedule, I believe. Sorbet's in the freezer now, so hopefully I've got enough time to set.
Outside, the temperature has risen to 34 degrees, the hottest day of the year so far. With service approaching, Scott is now assembling the venison sausage tortellini for his main, but the heat is starting to take its toll.
It's very hot in this kitchen, I'll be passing it.
It's drying out very quickly, isn't it? Scott looks flustered. He's having problems with his pasta. It is drying out very, very quickly in the heat of this kitchen.
With his first tortellini ruined, he has to start from scratch.
Just need to be working a bit quicker, that's all.
The heat is also affecting the equipment.
The blast chillers are not working as they should do, and this is affecting Stephen and Adam, especially with their iced dessert.
My apple sorbet's in the blast chiller, still not set. It's saying it's a -5, but it's not setting.
Plan B is to put all these iced desserts into the main freezer, which is at -18. Hopefully, that will work.
This has just totally messed up everything to do with my timing, everything to do with the dessert.
But there is no time to rethink their dishes. Stephen still has to make 30 circular popcorn twirls, which will become the brim of the witch's hat.
You're looking a bit puce.
It's a hot kitchen and it's a hot day today, so I'm used to it. You know, we're all chefs here, we all work in these environments every day.
What's the saying if you can't stand the heat?
Get out of the kitchen. It can go up another 10 degrees as far as I'm concerned.
He makes white chocolate sugar twirls as the base. And once they're cooked, he grinds popcorn into a powder and sprinkles it on top.
It's really difficult to judge the time, and I really want to try and get ready before the deadline, basically, so I've got time to check through everything. So really pushing hard at the moment, and hopefully keep up the pace.
I think our chefs have just realised the enormity of the task they've got. Things are getting really hot in here.
I insisted doing chocolate work.
Despite the heat, Scott finally finishes his venison sausage tortellini and can shift his attention to the all-important consommé.
How are we doing, Scott?
Yeah, good chef. Getting my consommé past now. Need to portion my venison and then just wash my mushrooms, and then should be pretty much there.
All going to plan?
Yeah, all going to plan. Obviously, time's got away from me a little bit, but happy with the consommé. Lovely golden colour. That's what I'm looking for.
Lovely, that looks great. Absolutely great. Not if you've got enough, though. What if they all order that?
I won't have enough, chef.
Just over half an hour to go, guys. Come on, keep it going.
Adam's mousse has set, and he's managing to cut it into shards. But his sorbet is not yet ready. He is now turning his focus onto the mussel broth that will accompany his octopus and pork belly layer.
I'm cooking a lot of mussels because it's the juices that it produces. You get a really nice smoky flavour from it. That's the thing that I need.
Adam flames 4 kilos of mussels and then adds white wine. Next he burns a piece of coal before adding it to olive oil. The coal oil, along with the Ras Al Hanout spices, are added to the mussel juices to finish the broth.
Adam seems to be ready, mostly on the main course. The issue here for Adam is his dessert has a lot of cold elements. He's got 2 sorbets to go on. He's under pressure. He needs to keep his head on and focus.
While Stephen's apple sorbet seems to be setting, Adam's have not. He decides to put the lemon sorbet in the ice cream maker. But his problems don't end there. It's too hot to take his shards of chocolate mousse out of the freezer, so he has to spray them with lemon and cocoa butter powder while still inside.
The glass freezers aren't working, so that's going to put us behind for the chocolate work quite a bit as I rapidly boil my cream all over the floor.
Tonight's service needs to be finished within 2 hours, requiring military precision. To ensure this, Monica will be running the pass.
We're nearing 7 o'clock. My chefs aren't quite there yet, which is making me a bit anxious. I like to kick a service off, everything ready. My team gets flustered, I'm not happy.
Stephen's salt crust pork is now cooked, but it needs time to rest, and then he needs to sear each individual portion when the orders are called.
Oh, ooh, that smells lovely.
There's just moments to go before service will begin.
We're going to be late. We're going to be late by a few minutes for sure. They're pushing themselves. They are pushing themselves to the limit.
Outside, the great gathering of Michelin star chefs and new culinary stars has begun.
On a normal night in your restaurant, you might have, 1, maybe 2, but have every table full of chefs of this caliber. That's a big ask.
Being a young cook myself, I know how daunting it is to cook for peers. And that's the respect you want more than anything from anybody else, respect from your peers. So I'm glad that I'm sitting this side and not that side.
I think it's going to be immense pressure downstairs. They know this could make or break them, essentially.
We are going to be late for sure. I've asked the maitre d's to slow it down just a little bit. Because the last thing I want is for one of these guys to be ready and the others not. They all have to be ready on time together.
Get him, Scott.
Ready? 1 more minute. That's it. Quick. Last job. That's it. Come on. Tommy's out of the kitchen.
Thank you very much. You're fine.
That's it. Finished. They've done enough work for you. Come on. It's up to you now. You're on your own.
Now all the contestants can do is wait to see how many orders they get for their dish.
What I'm looking for is something that's going to excite me, something I haven't seen before, something that's going to make the whole table stand up and say, wow, that's a great plate of food.
For the main course, they have the choice between Adam's octopus and piglet belly with confit squid, crispy seaweed, and compressed lemon flavoured with bergamot. Scott's truffle and squid encrusted venison, pork belly, tortellini and smoked venison, and beetroot consomme. And Stephen's salt-baked rump and fillet of pork with artichokes and a caper and lemon pickle dressing.
Good evening, welcome. Are we ready to order?
I think we are.
I think we are.
Pork, please, with the artichokes and lemon and sage.
Very high expectations. All three main courses are exciting. They show a good balance of ingredients, good imagination, and I think it makes it very hard to decide which of the main courses I should choose. I'll have the octopus.
Samaj, 2 venison, 3 octopus, and 2 pork.
Great.
How long will it take for you to get that up together?
I'm going to 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
8 minutes, sweet.
Now these 3 finalists have to prove they can work together and serve food worthy of the chefs who will eat it.
Every dish on that menu seems to have a lot of ingredients. So it'll be really interesting to see how they can put them all together, all in time to feed everyone at the same time.
Samaj, 3 octopus, 2 pork, 1 venison.
The first 2 tables are in, and Adam already has 6 orders for his octopus dish.
I've chosen the octopus and pickle the belly. I just think there's a lot going on there, so I think it's just going to be quite an intriguing dish to see how they pull that one together.
He needs to sear the octopus and his piglet belly before he can begin to plate.
It's got a complexity about it, but it also shows a lot of skill. Will the octopus be tough? Will it be tender? Will the squid be just cooked right? And will the piglet belly be dry?
Stephen has 4 orders, and he needs to sear off his pork, finish the confit artichokes and puree, and then he can serve.
For me, it's about the rump and fillet of pork. There's a lot going on in that dish, but it's the one dish that I felt a little bit of connection with.
For Scott, with 3 orders, he needs to cook his venison tortellini and also sear the venison loin and top it with a truffle crust before he can plate.
You've got like venison, you've got pork belly, you've got truffle. If each flavour you can taste and the venison comes through the most, then I'm sure they'll do very well.
First table, and then we'll be on a roll. Well done. I love what I'm seeing, guys. Love it. Come on.
Sauce?
The sauce is coming.
Oh, that looks lovely.
Consomé's just coming, chef.
Waiting on you, Adam. Come on, don't let the soak down. Adam, I need the sauce from you. I now want 2 octopus, 1 venison, and 3 pork.
Great.
Keep it going. First plates were wonderful. I want them all like that for the rest of the night.
2 minutes, have we got 2 minutes?
I'm going to be more than that.
How long, Adam?
7.
7 on the next one.
My torch, so a minute away from that table. Just take them out, yeah?
Yeah, take them out. I'm not even putting my pork in. Started off not very good, but now service is going. We're getting into the room and things. Selling out quite a lot, actually.
Come on, guys. Quick. Keep it going.
With 3 orders on the next table, Stephen has the most work to do to get his pork dish up on time.
Really happy that the dish is very popular. It's a frantic start, and I'm now starting to get into the swing of it.
I love pork. It's one of my favourite dishes. But there's 2 different types of pork on here. There's the fillet and the rump. So they're both very different and very difficult to cook. If it's overcooked, it'll be very dry and not very nice. But if you get pork perfect, it's one of the most amazing things ever. So fingers crossed tonight, I'm going to have perfect pork.
I have the venison. Waiting on 2 octopus and 3 pork. Come on. I want everything hot.
Sorry, Monica, 30 seconds.
Okay, you can start to go. Those plates look wonderful. Let's hope they're happy upstairs. I'm almost as nervous as the boys.
With only half the rooms served, and the temperature in the kitchen still rising, the challenge is to keep delivering Michelin standard dishes.
So much, 2 venison, 3 octopus, and 2 pork.
Wait, chef.
Would you like some more?
No.
No, I didn't think so. So let's get these tables up.
So 5 minutes, next table, yeah? Wait.
Orders for Scott's Main are finally picking up.
I was a bit nervous at the start, like, but we're working our way through it.
The bit that stands out most for me is the oak smoked consomme. I'm very intrigued to see how they're going to present that dish and also to capture that flavour in that dish.
Guys, start dressing. Wait.
How long?
30 seconds.
30 seconds for Scott. How about the other 2?
Same.
The boys are getting into a rhythm. They're talking to each other and trying to get the food up as close as possible to each other. It's not easy. They've not worked together properly as a service, but they're doing a damn great job. The plates are looking wonderful. They've done themselves proud here today. Start to go. Table 5. Wakey.
The only thing, my venison dish was too crowded. Looked a bit tight in that bowl, but other than that, I'm happy with all the flavours and all the cooking. I hope they really enjoyed it. I always can't put words in their mouth. Fantastic chefs up there, so we'll wait to find out their opinion.
Scott's venison loin with a black truffle and squid ink crust is served with venison sausage tortellini, crispy pork belly, a deep-fried potato hoop, sautéed spinach, girole mushrooms, and a smoked venison and beetroot consommé.
First impressions are good. Just wondering, I maybe thought the pork belly would be a little smaller. It's a rather dominant part of the dish, so we'll see how it is.
Venison is beautifully cooked. It's covered nicely with truffles. The tortellini with sausage is just excellent. And on top of that, the beetroot consommé, exceptional.
The venison itself was cooked well. I think spot on temperature-wise. And the pork belly, although initially when I looked at it, I thought it was going to be too much, the flavors did work all right.
I thought it was a fantastic dish. There were a lot of flavors happening. Good thing is they all worked together very well. The only thing was the pork belly. I didn't think it belonged to that plate, in my opinion.
The dish was fantastic, loved it. But just the pork belly. I'm not sure why you put venison and an almost equal sized piece of pork belly on the same plate. But apart from that, consommé was lovely. Really nice, delicate smokiness. Enjoyed it a lot.
I really liked it. All the different textures on the plate and different cooking techniques, I appreciated it. My favourite element was the potato hoop. It was kind of cheeky because it's quite a serious plate of food and then suddenly there's something funny on it. So I thought that offset everything else.
It was quite mellow, it was quite a nice flavour. The truffle worked really well through the dish. It would be nice for a little bit more roasting on the venison to get more venison flavour, then it'd be fantastic.
There's a lot of flavours in the dish, and I think the key elements of this venison, the pork belly, the truffle, and the smoked consommé came across very well. I believe the contestant delivered. Scrap the pork belly, and you got a great dish.
For his main course, Adam has cooked octopus with crispy piglet belly and confit squid, compressed lemon with bergamot, crispy seaweed served with a smoked mussel broth.
This wasn't a very enjoyable service. I wasn't set up, wasn't organised, wasn't in control. Everything tasted the way I wanted it to. Just a wee bit more refinement would have been better.
Very, very modern presentation. When the broth was poured over, there was a lovely little sort of crackling sound from the crispy pork there. It was lovely, really nice.
Quite small for a main course. There's a lot going on in there, but first impression is pretty good.
The octopus is cooked lovely. Yeah, squid's cooked lovely. I just wonder that the smoked mussel broth could have been a little bit more smoky.
I thought it was absolutely delicious. I thought the combination of flavours was very good. I think it was quite a tricky dish to do, really, and very brave, and I think it's worked.
Technically, I thought it was really cooked well. The belly, the octopus, I thought was really nice. Maybe the lemon could have been cut smaller. Once you put a piece of that lemon in your mouth, it overpowered everything else in there. Apart from that, I was happy with it. If you put it in front of me again, I'd eat it again.
Sound technique. My main complaint is I don't think it was a main course portion. You know, it was
I'd have been happier if it was a starter.
It was quite a nice dish. I didn't really get. It was meant to be with a smoked mussel broth, but I didn't really get the smoked mussel broth at all. Just couldn't taste it.
The mussel flavour was fantastic. If you're going to say it's a smoked mussel broth, it should be a little bit more smoky, just a fraction more, by 10%.
To have so many different textures and tie them all into a cohesive dish that is cooked perfectly at the same time is just phenomenal. I mean, it works brilliantly. Just a little bit bigger for me next time.
For his main course, Stephen has made salt-baked pork rump and pork fillet wrapped in sage and Parma ham, served with confit baby artichokes, globe artichoke puree, accompanied by a caper and lemon pickle dressing, and a sage and port sauce.
Overall, I am happy. It could have been a few tweaks on the main, but I'm never going to be 100% happy with the food I do. I'm always going to be searching for more.
Presentation was quite good, you know, it was nice, clean. Plate was quite big, there was a lot on there. It's a big portion, so... but yeah, it was nice.
When it arrived, I thought it looked absolutely stunning. There was a lot of things going on the plate. The pork was cooked beautifully. The problem was the balance of the dish. There was so many things going on. So every time that you had a mouthful of all of the dish, you just got a lot of acidity.
The best thing on this plate is the artichoke. Pork and artichoke, I get that. Olive, that's good. But capers, pine nuts, broad beans, there's too much going on.
It was nice. There was some issues with, for me, too much acidity with capers and lemon.
It's a difficult dish to get right. Pork's a difficult meat to cook well, and that just needed a little more attention. But it was a good effort.
I thought the presentation was very nice. It was nice to see different cuts of the meat there. It was nice to see different ingredients. I'm happy, but I'm not ecstatic.
The two types of pork, both are beautifully cooked, so wonderfully tender, lots of flavour, lots of intensity, wonderfully presented, so very, very good.
Well done. Now, clean down, ready for dessert service.
Right. It's finally the moment when Adam and Stephen need their sorbets and parfait to be set and ready to go.
Happy with the parfaits. They've come out exactly how I want them. Just hope enough work now.
That's it. It's a nice sorbet. You do a sauce. For my mint chocolate dish, my mint component is gone. It's just boring chocolate. The entire dish is ruined because it was designed as mint chocolate. First word being mint, second word being chocolate. The mint's gone. We just have chocolate.
Adam is really cut up, he's really upset, and I feel for him because the mint element of his chocolate mint dessert has not worked. The lemon sorbet has worked, that's set. He is going to try and get this mint sorbet on the plate, but I fear the worst. I fear it's just going to be a slush.
In a last-ditch attempt to set his mint sorbet,
Oh, you're nearly there.
Adam transfers it to the ice cream maker.
Well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Only hope for the best.
For dessert, the chefs have a choice. Scott's baked lemon cream custard, polenta and almond lemon drizzle cake, and white peaches. Adam's chocolate mousse chard, candied mint, chocolate cremeux, and lemon sorbet. And Stephen's apple parfait with a popcorn tuile, caramel popcorn, and an apple sorbet.
Gentlemen, are you ready to order your desserts?
Yes, please. Oh, yes. I'll start the ordering off by having the chocolate.
I'm going to have the apple popcorn. Gentlemen.
Lemon cream, please.
I can't wait to try the apple popcorn, please.
Thank you. Are we ready?
Sweet.
Adam.
Yes, chef.
Are we ready?
No, chef.
Is that a no?
One way or another, we are going to have to go in 5 minutes, guys, yeah? So whether your sorbet is ready or not.
Oui, chef.
Samaj, 4 apple popcorn, 2 mint chocolate, and 1 lemon.
So I'm not serving it with the mint on, so it's just a chocolate dish. Nothing else.
With a dessert, it's got to look pretty, but not at the cost of how it eats. I want big spoons of it. You know, don't get too tarty with it. It's still got to be eaten.
Wow! Well, if desserts are all about theatre, I think you've nailed it, mate.
Dessert, apple popcorn, 2 ingredients, so it's a question of just textures and tastes of those 2 ingredients and whether they're going to marry together to form a whole.
Stephen, if you're ready, bring him up. Right, 4 apple popcorn on the pass, thank you. Waiting on the rest and we can go. See what they've done. Yeah. Adam, are you taking part in this?
Waiter.
Chocolate now, mate. Lovely. Why have you got a face like that when you can serve a plate that looks this good? Come on, let's go. Same table. Right, next table. I want 3 lemon, 2 apple popcorn, and 1 chocolate mint.
Oui, chef.
The mint sorbet won't be ready. Maybe for the last table.
So after this table, I want 2 apple popcorn, 2 chocolate mint, and 2 lemon.
Oui, chef.
How long on the next table?
I'll be 1 minute.
You said 1 minute. Is that all right for you?
No.
Scotty needs a couple of minutes.
Oui, chef.
You guys are working together on this.
Got the polenta and almond lemon drizzle cake there. I mean, cakes can be very, very difficult to get right. So hopefully that polenta cake will be nice and moist.
I've ordered the lemon cream. I hope it tastes exactly how it sounds on the menu. I'm really looking forward to it.
Come on, Scotty! Right, let's go. Scotty, they've got to send.
Yeah.
Sorbet on as well, yeah? That's it. Sorbet and bring it straight up here.
Yeah.
Let's go, please. Next table, 3 lemon, 2 apple popcorn, and a chocolate mint.
Wait.
Dessert service is coming to an end. And Adam still hasn't sent out a dish with a mint sorbet on it.
How many chocolate on that next table?
The next table, you have 1 chocolate mint.
Okay, I can do the mint, but it has to go straight away, please.
I don't normally go for chocolate. There's something about the dessert, it's quite difficult. Chocolate and lemon, they're 2 things that don't always kind of go together with mint as well. It's going to be a difficult balance, so I'm quite interested to see. So it's something new for me.
Can I possibly have the tray here and somebody hold it while I scoop?
Yeah.
Thank you, chef. Thank you very much. Just hope for the best.
Oh, quick. 4, table 4.
I've got one on with a mint soup. I wouldn't say mint sorbet. But I got one on with some sort of mint on the element.
Last table, boys. 2 chocolate mint, 2 apple popcorn, and 2 lemon.
Which chef?
Come on, let's go.
How long do you need?
How long?
1.5 minutes.
I need about
Steven?
4.
We need 4 up here. So let's go for 3, yeah?
Wait.
Come on. Last push, let's go. you ready?
Yeah, we just got a sorbet to go on.
Scott's ready. Adam. Woohoo! Happy with that?
Finally.
Okay, let's go. Last table. Table 1. Yes.
It's only the last plate, but finally it works.
Nice one, lads.
I feel pretty tired, to be honest. It's been a pretty hard, 7 hours or whatever it's been. But I think we all did really well. I'm just glad it's over.
Scott's almond lemon drizzle cake is topped with roasted white peaches and served with baked lemon custard, polenta and peach puree, almond crumble, salted almond caramel, and a lime and green tea sorbet.
The presentation of the dessert is really nice, it's really clean. First impressions are really positive. Looks really good.
I like the apple blossom, a lot of colour there. Looks fresh, light. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's perfect, it's beautiful. It's quite sharp. The flavours all work really well together. The sorbet was beautiful. I think it's lovely.
There are so many good flavours on here. This flavour of peach, the flavour of the toasted nuts, the sorbet, the custard is really well made. It's very sharp, it's very, very cleansing. I've got a sweet tooth. I'd like it a bit sweeter.
The lemon custard itself was cooked perfectly, really lovely flavours. The roasted peach, if you had it singularly, you could taste it, but if you had it with everything else, it just overpowered with the lemon flavour.
It's very nice. It was quite sharp, but I wanted to feel something on the plate from the sweetness of the beautiful peaches in season and the crunch of fresh almonds, which weren't there.
I think there was a little bit of a misbalance on the flavours. We were a little bit too lemony. A lot of the other flavours got lost.
The lemon cream was perfect, absolutely spot on. It was really nice. I had the caramelisation on the top, and it really, really packed a punch as well. It was great.
I just think it's a lovely way to finish the meal. It's been beautiful.
No, I know luck's not been on my side. The rest of the components I'm very happy with. They came out exactly how I wanted them. It's just a little bit heartbreaking when you design a dish and equipment fails. It's kind of annoying.
Adam's dessert is a shard of chocolate mousse encased in lemon and cocoa butter powder, topped with candied mint, served with chocolate cremeux, peanut crumb, a chocolate caramel tuile, and a lemon sorbet. For the later dishes, there was also a mint sorbet.
I think it looks good. It looks good. It's this heat as well. The sorbet's melting quite quickly, but it looks nice. Looks appetising.
I like the shard of chocolate mousse. I'm looking forward to eating it.
I think it was maybe missing a sorbet, but the chocolate shards were really nice and light, and went with a lemon sorbet.
When I first ordered this chocolate dish, I was a little worried about how it's all going to marry. But I'll be honest with you, I think this dessert is stunning. The flavour of the chocolate's fantastic. The mint works very well with it, and the acidity that comes from the lemon. It's just a very, very good dessert. Very happy, yeah. I'm a happy man.
I like chocolate, I like lemon, I like mint, and I like peanut, but perhaps not all in the same time.
Unfortunately, the sorbets suffered from the warmth of the room, so that they were rather liquid by the time we got them. But they were very flavourful. The mint was very evident. The lemon was very evident, and the chocolate mousse had a nice salty tang to it, which was a very, very, very well done, well balanced.
Textures on the dish I thought were very, very good. I loved the crispness of the chocolate sharp. The chocolate mousse with the lemon for me worked very well. But technically, I think it was very good, and I really enjoyed it.
Delicious dish, very, very well done. Quite brave because of the darkness of the chocolate, bitterness of the chocolate. But for me, that's a very accomplished dish. Now I'm starting to realise who I've cooking for. I do feel good, but I just hope they've enjoyed their meal tonight because, it's been a real honour cooking for them.
Stephen's dessert is roasted apple parfait with a popcorn tuile, sour apple balls, caramel popcorn, popcorn crumble, and an apple sorbet.
The witch's hat, presentation-wise, looked stunning, and it was a showstopper.
Nice creamy apple parfait, which is really working nicely, and all the popcorn flavours come together.
I thought it was a delicious dessert.
The popcorn worked really well. There's some really clean acidity with the apple flavour. And, you know, with a dessert, you want something that's going to refresh and clean the palate, and I think that achieved that.
Sweet and the sourness from the apple, I think the contestant captured that very well. And also the flavour of the popcorn, which is quite a difficult thing to do. I think they did a really good job.
I personally couldn't have thought apple would work with popcorn, but this person has absolutely convinced me that it does. I absolutely love the plate.
It's very good, maybe just not enough popcorn for my liking. But otherwise, all in all, not a bad dish.
It was really good. The flavours worked well. I thought it was going to be too sickly. It wasn't. The popcorn, toffee, it can be very sickly, and the balance was good. The balance was really nice.
The parfait, beautifully soft, nice underlying apple taste coming through. The popcorn adds to that flavour, all working together, and a really good dessert. Very enjoyable.
They did well.
They did very well. All the plates look stunning. Even with missing elements.
Service is over, and the finalists will finally get the chance to meet their idols face to face.
It's nerve-wracking stepping into that room. You've got the best chefs in the UK all sat together, and all their eyes are going to be on you. It's quite daunting. I just hope they're all smiling.
Well, guys, congratulations from all of us here. The food tonight, in general terms, was actually fantastic. I think you did set yourself a pretty hard task. I can't begin to imagine what it must have been like back at house, but everyone round our table enjoyed a fantastic dinner.
Hey Scott, thank you very much for the venison dish you gave us tonight. You cooked it very well, and a really nice truffle crust. Really good flavour, but the particular bit was the oak smoked consommé. I think the smokiness was particularly very nice and added a lot of depth to the dish. I think you did a really good dish there tonight. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chef. Honour cooking for it's been a very hard day, but really enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed it and just not lying to me, to be honest. Fantastic opportunity. I'm so glad I got the chance to cook for you all guys.
Hello, Adam. I'm Tom Kerridge. I had your chocolate dessert. I thought it was fantastic. The balance of flavours were very, very good. There might have been a few issues with maybe the ice cream and the heat of the room, but it's very hot today. And the dish itself I thought was brilliant. You should be very, very proud of yourself. Well done.
Thank you very much.
It was extremely nerve-wracking cooking for all you guys. Technically, the ice cream and all that was the biggest issue. It was extremely hot on there, but I'm just really thankful you enjoyed it, and it was tremendous cooking for you. Thank you very much.
I had the pork dish. I thought the rump was absolutely amazing. The fillet was beautifully cooked. The only problem I had with the dish was the artichokes. I thought you put too much lemon on the artichokes. I thought everything else on there was absolutely beautiful. I thought it was amazing.
Hi, Stephen. I had your dessert. Very modern, almost futuristic in its presentation. In terms of flavour, very, very good, and a fantastic dessert. So thank you very much.
I want to thank everybody for their feedback. You know, I can take a lot from it. You know, I'm not the finished product, and it's something I can move on from and learn and develop myself. So thank you all for this evening.
I think you should all be really proud of what you've done tonight. The main thing out of this that you should take, whether you win or lose, is you should always cook from the heart and just enjoy yourselves. Well done.
My emotions are running high. Nice to know that I cooked for some of my idols. It was a great feeling.
Absolutely amazing experience. It was good to get good feedback. Obviously, it's good to get recognition by these guys as well.
I felt so small, purely because these are all my idols, and I thought I'm not going to say good things, and yeah, but they did, and I'm very happy.
That was a long day. That was a tough one. We meant it to be a real test. And I think they've done really well, Monica. Really well. I'm very, very pleased with them.
All the plates that these chefs put up tonight were stunning.
Scott delivered the goods yet again. My word, that chef is getting better and better, stronger and stronger.
Today was the biggest day of the whole competition. You know, it'll be a massive shock to the system on the final day. It'll just suddenly end. It will be sad. But hopefully we'll keep in touch, and it'll be a great friendship started between us all chefs.
Adam is his own worst critic, and I know for a fact he will not be happy about how service went for him today.
Adam got flustered today, but he did deliver great food in the end.
I've definitely had some ups and downs today, but it's just put fire in my belly. I'm so excited about the next challenge. It's the last challenge. Go out in a bang. I'm ready for it.
Stephen really is a great chef, and it showed on his plating up today.
Stephen delivered wonderful looking plates. His presentation, for me, was spot on. This is one head chef you want to work under.
The day has been emotional. I think I've felt every feeling possible. It feels quite surreal to be at this stage of the competition and only having one round left to go. It's all to play for, I think, on the final day.
Tomorrow night.